I think steroids are as American as apple pie.
Bang it! You're watching Muscle Sport Magazine.
This is Gregg Valentino. I'm going to be talking to you guys in a minute. Look at that. Fucking operation on my hand. Okay, broken. All this shit. Still work out. Fucking didn't miss a workout. My doctor's freaking. Could barely close my hand, but still. Anyway, that's because I'm fucking elite. I'm going to get into a rant in just a moment, but I figured I'd show you. Okay, it's Gregg Valentino here again. My fist. Alright, well, you see I got a cast on my hand. I got a fucking... Believe it or not, I had an operation on my hand. Alright, and then on my way home, I had an altercation, and I had to go right back to the hospital. So I got a lot of problems with my doctor. I gotta fucking grow up, though. I can't keep doing this shit. Anyway, you know, Boss Rutan once told me a story. And he even told it on the radio. I had him on a show, so you can hear me talking to Boss and stuff. But anyway, he once told me a story how he was driving on a road with some fucking guy, got like road rage. Now, if you don't know who Boss Rutan is, look him up, okay? Look him up, Google him. I mean, come on, he's one of the greatest MMA fighters ever. So anyway, but actually Frank Shamrock told me the story, and Frank Shamrock told me to ask Boss Rutan when next time I talked to him. He said, yo, you got to ask Boss the story, right? So anyway. So I asked Boss, I said, Boss, what's the story? So Boss was telling me that he was driving on a road and some guy was on his fucking ass, right? And next thing you know, the guy's like fucking almost like hitting his bumper and shit. So the guy pulls up alongside him and, you know, they start arguing. And the guy tells Boss Rutan, pull over, pull over. You know what I mean? I'm going to fucking kill you, man. I'm going to fuck you up. What do you want? You want to go? Want to go? Come on, pull over, pull over. So Boss Rutan's like, all right. You know, so he goes and he pulls over, and he gets out of the car, and then the guy gets out, he's like walking out, and he sees his Boss Rutan, and I guess he recognized him. And he started going, oh my God, please, 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 I'm really sorry, man, I didn't know it was you, I didn't know it was you, Boss, please, please. And Boss told him, you don't want to fight me now? Wait, I thought you wanted to fight. You pulled me over, and I thought you wanted to fight. But Boss, you know, the guy didn't want to fight Boss, you know, he's smart. Because he would have got fucking killed. Boss Rutan's, you know, used to explode guys' livers with liver punches. But anyway, so the moral to the story is, watch who you pull out of a car, or watch who you fuck with when you're driving, because you fucking never ever know. Okay? You never know. Boss Rutan let the guy go, but he fucking taught him a lesson. He scared the shit out of him. He told him, I'm gonna have to kick your ass anyway now, because you made me pull over. And the guy was almost like shitting his pants. You never know who you're fucking with. Just let you know. I took care of my business. I do what I gotta do. Even at 55 years old, I can still hang and bang. Anyway, let's get to some ranting. Let me clear the air about veganism. Alright? You're all fucking whacked. You ever notice how all vegans are a little fucking whacked? You ever notice that shit? Bro, I'm a vegan too. I only eat animals that eat vegetables. Okay? Fucking I eat a lot of cows eat grass and pigs eat, I don't know, whatever the fuck. I don't mean my girlfriend, I'm talking about a real pig. But anyway, listen. Alright, enough fucking around. It's not even funny. Alright, listen to me. When I was in school, we used to call them like granola eaters. You know, the kids that sit out there in the grass smoking weed. Oh man, like, you know, it's like really cool and shit, you know. God, you know, the spirit of the sun and all. Like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking nut. Eating granola and shit. Oh, what are you going to get out of that? Where the fuck are you going to get protein out of that shit? To build new cells and get rid of old cells, to build new tissues and get, you know, and assist in it. Breakdown of it. You need protein. To build new tissue, you need protein. You got that? You need protein to build new tissue. And it ain't the protein from a fucking plant. To build a house, you gotta have bricks, you gotta have wood, you gotta have cement. That's what you build a house out of. Bro, if I got the best carpenter, the best plumber, the best electrician, okay, and I said, build me a house, you know what they'd say? Give me the materials. Here's the blueprint. Here's the blueprint. Build me a house. You know what they'd say? Fine, give me the fucking materials. That's what they'd say. Give me the materials. When you're a vegan, you know what your body, you know what your body's saying? How am I going to build a house? I mean, you know, mass. How am I going to build a house with fucking vegetables, with nuts, with berries, with fucking beans, legumes, fruit? How am I going to build a house with that shit? None of it is building material. It's all vitamins, nutrients, enzymes, sugar, fiber, no protein. All right, simmer down. Some of you, there's protein in nuts. Yeah, okay. You got to tell me that there's protein. You're going to fucking build a house. You can't build a house with that. I'm telling you. Do you understand that? You can't build a house with the protein of a nut. You'd have to eat a fucking barrel of nuts a day. Come on. I mean, let's be fucking realistic. If you are what you eat, you need to eat muscle meat. Sorry. Vegan fruits, vegetables, nuts, berries, that's cute, you know what I mean? You can't build a body with berries, with fucking nuts, with like vegetables and fruit. They don't have any building blocks. Okay? That's like you telling a builder, build me a house, and you're giving him shit to build it. Here's carpet, build me a house. Excuse me, motherfucker, I'm gonna build a house with carpet. Right? Carpet goes on a floor. You can't build a house. It makes the floor, you know, seals the floor. You can't build a house without the material. The material muscle is made of is protein. You cannot build a house if you don't supply the protein. And don't give me that bullshit, that fucking beans, okay? Beans, soy, whatever the fuck. Don't give me that bullshit that you're going to get fucking vegetable protein. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Unless you're a cow, that shit's not going to work. Okay? Follow me. Let me make this clear. Vegetables for the human body, vegetables supply fibers, vitamins, nutrients, and, you know, like minerals. That's what vegetables do. That's the purpose that vegetables serve us. Fiber, nutrients, and minerals. You know what I mean? Vitamins and everything. You know, same thing with fruits. Fruit supplies with sugars and vitamins and minerals and enzymes. All right? Nuts supply us with a little bitty protein. All right? Nuts supply us with, you know, fats and essential oils and shit. Berries supply us with, I don't know what the fuck berries supply us with. Maybe like shit stuff, you know, fiber. Berries supply us with, you know, a little bit more sugar, some, you know, more vitamins, rich in vitamin C's and nutrients and minerals. But none of them supply us with protein. Do you get that? Is that getting in your fucking head? So then you gotta have a protein powder, or you gotta come up with some fake meat bullshit, some tofu or some shit. You cannot build a jacked body with vegetables. They don't serve that purpose. We are humans. We are not vegans naturally, okay? We are meat eaters. It wasn't until our ancestors started eating meat that we went from being a fucking ape to being a fucking, king of the jungle, motherfucker. All right? It wasn't till then, if you follow science and you know anything about human history, it was when humans started eating meat. Their brains grew. Their fucking muscles grew. Their height grew. Everything grew. I'm just telling you, I've never met a jacked bodybuilder that only eats vegetables. And if there is one out there, it's because he's taking fucking massive amounts of shit, and I don't know what the fuck, he's sneak-eating fucking sneak-eating protein and meat and shit. But I've never met a big bodybuilder that only ate vegetables. Never. Doesn't exist. Okay? You have to have protein. I don't care if you get it from a fucking fish. I don't care if you eat a fucking bug. I don't give a fuck where you get it. It doesn't matter. We are meat eaters. Meat supplies us with the proteins and fats. Okay? I'm telling you. And the fats on the meat, we can handle the fat on the meat. Hundreds of thousands of years of human beings being alive. The caveman didn't say to his wife, honey, do me a favor. Can you cut a little fat off that brontosaurus burger? I'm trying to get lean here. No, they ate the fat. The fat is what sustained life. Okay? Eskimos eat fucking whale fat. I'm just telling you, we can digest animal fat, believe it or not, we can. It's the vegetable fats, those oils that are made from vegetables that are fucking bad. Nuts, the oil's made from nuts is good, you know what I mean? You're fine, coconut's fine, coconut oil is good. I know the whole fucking thing on the internet, so I'm down with that shit. Be a fucking man. Eat a goddamn fucking, eat some fucking beef. Stop just fucking around. Fuckos. So we're fucking vegans, bro. You think a guy like Big Ramy or like Zach Khan, guys that weigh like 300 fucking pounds ripped like that, you think that they fucking live on vegetables? You think Big Ramy built his fucking body on berries and nuts and fucking vegetables and like bean curd or some shit like that for protein? Do you really think that he could get fucking Big Ramy? You could build that kind of mass on the protein of a nut? You think Big Ramy could, or Zach Khan could build, the 300 pounds of muscle on the protein from a fucking bean? A bitty little bean? Huh? Is that what you think? Come on. I mean, wait, do you know a pro bodybuilder or anybody that's that big? Like Zach Khan eating a fucking bean? Vegan is incorrect, especially for us bodybuilders. It's incorrect for human beings, okay? Be real. You ain't getting the correct amino acids unless you're having animal protein. That's a fucking fact. That's how we evolved as humans. That's what the cavemen did. That's why we're fucking here today. So stop fucking around. Alright? Jesus Christ. Holy shit. You get these guys on the internet with their bullshit. Oh my God. Give me a fucking break. Alright, let's get one thing straight. Just like you, I'm an animal lover too. I love animals, alright? Just as much as everybody else loves animals. Alright? But when I go to a store and I buy a steak, to me, I'm buying a fucking steak. I don't think about what I'm buying. If I was to see like a cow walking around and you shot it and then cut it up and put it on a fucking, I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't eat it. I can't eat an animal I saw walking around. I don't know how people do. I don't know how farmers do it. I don't know how people can like raise a freaking pet pig. You know what I mean? Oh, little Bessie the pig. You feed the fucking thing from when it's little. Now it's, you get all fat and shit. And then one day you decide, I'm going to fucking eat him. You know what I mean? I couldn't do that. I couldn't sit there and look on my plate and know that this is the animal I raised or I saw this fucking thing walking around. Because when I buy a steak or I buy any meat, to me, in my brain, a steak is a steak. I don't think about it being a hunk of dead fucking flesh from some cow that died fucking weeks ago. Because if I sit and I start thinking about that shit, I'll never eat it. Just like I'd never eat an egg. I love eggs, man. I eat eggs all the time. But if I sat there and I thought there's some fucking chicken fucking ovulated and squeezed out a fucking embryo and shit, and I'm sitting there eating the goddamn thing, I couldn't eat it, dude. I could not eat that. I could not eat it knowing that I'm eating a chicken's period. You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. All right? To me, an egg is an egg. If I start thinking about it, I can't do it. You know? I don't look at it like this. Oh, look, this is dead animal. Of course I know it is. But what I'm saying is, to me, when I go and I buy a steak, I don't say, can I buy a piece of dead fucking cow? No, because then I won't eat it. All right? But you gotta eat it. You know, meat is important to bodybuilders. All right? It's the building blocks. We are made of meat. But I could not, you know, I couldn't do it. It's the same thing with milk. Right? If I was going to drink milk, I don't drink milk, but if I was going to make something with milk or put milk in an ingredient or eat yogurt or whatever, if my mother came over and took out a glass and said, oh, you want some milk? And squeezed her tit and said, here you go, that's my mother. And I still wouldn't drink milk. You understand? You know, if my girlfriend squeezed her tit and came over and said, hey, you want some titty milk? And she squeezed her tit and there's a fucking milk. You know what I mean? Oh, let me make it into a curd. You could eat it like yogurt. You got to be kidding me. I couldn't do it. And that's from my mother or from my girlfriend. But from a fucking cow, we do it because we're mentally processed that way. You too. You are too. Because let me tell you something. You know as well as I do that if your mother came in a room and squeezed her titty and said, here, you want some milk? Here, you put this on your cornflakes. You couldn't do it. You'd get sick. You'd be like, what the fuck? But it's okay, you get some cow, some fucking animal, you squeeze his tit and you're going to drink that. But you wouldn't drink your own mother's milk? Or your girlfriend's milk? Okay? Anyway, Gregg Valentino, MuscleSportMag.com.